Well, good morning all, and welcome to another Hengist Wild Camps. I'm back in Edale, and I'm going up Kinder Scout yet again. Now, I was here about 3 days ago, and it was really foggy, and it's pretty much like that today. When I was coming over at tops over Mam Tor, the Vale of Edale, about 3/4 of the way up Kinder Scout, was just cloud. The tops looked alright, so hoping it's going to be a bit nicer once we get up there. Not that it's horrible at the moment, it's dry, it's warm. It's just a bit foggy. My car's over there somewhere. Can't really see it on this little tiny camera. Right, well, I'm with Kev and Yanu, and once we're all ready, we're going to set off up into Edale, and I'm not sure which way we're going up, but I'll speak to you later on. Well, I've just done my customary stop at the bottom of the nab while I get my trekking poles out. It's still very foggy, but as long as it don't turn to mist, I'm all right with that. Fog's dry usually, mist is wet. I did see on the forecast that it did say that there might be about an hour's worth of mist, but got waterproofs with me. Right, well, about to slog up there towards Hersman's plantation, then up to Nab. There's Kev. Hey. And Yanu's down there. Right, well, I was going to say, if there's any views when I get up there.
It's not looking like it.
No, it's not looking like it.
You got some postcards you can hold in front of you.
Yeah. Got some previous pictures from when it was nice. But yeah, if there are any views as we're walking along, I'll show them to you. But for the moment, I'm going to plod on. Cheers, mate. We're about halfway up Nab, and we've stopped on our favourite little wall down here. And yeah, a couple of people have just passed us, so it's getting a bit more busy. Still lovely and warm though. I'm thinking about taking this fleecy waistcoat off, but I imagine once I get up onto the top at plateau, I'll be thinking, I'm going to be putting it back on and rolling my sleeves down. Right, well, once we've got his breath back, we'll plod on, and I'll speak to you in a bit.
We'll have to slow a bit lower down.
Well, we've just got to the top at Nab, as you can see behind me, and the views do look like they are starting to clear up a little bit. It's not fantastic light, but it's definitely better than it was. Anyway, I'm going to plod on, get on top at plateau, and I'll speak to you then. Well, we made it up onto the top at plateau. We've just come up Golden Clough and walked along this bit behind us, which you can't really see. The fog is still really dense. There's a bit of wetness to it, but not enough for me to put my waterproofs on. As we were coming up Golden Clough, we bumped into Olin and Andy Beavers, who were on the way down. We said hello to them. And yeah, we're going to plod on now, and I think we're going to get our water at Crowden Brook. So once again, if there are any views, which there isn't, I'll let you have a look at them. But for the moment, I'm going to plod on. I just thought I'd give you an update where we're up to. Behind me, I don't know if you can see it, but that's Grimsbrook or Grinsbrook, however you want to pronounce it. We're going across there, and then next we're heading to Crowden. So, as I said, I just thought I'd let you know what we're up to, and I'll speak to you in a bit. We've just arrived at Crowden Brook. It's still very foggy and misty. Hiya. And this is where we're going to get some water from before we plod on over to Woolpacks. So I'll get my bag off and I'll go and have a look for a suitable spot, a little waterfall preferably, where I can fill up, and hopefully I won't slip in. Well, that's my water collected. It's in my bag, and you wouldn't think my bag has all of a sudden got 2 kilograms heavier. Can't feel it. Might feel it when I start walking up that hill. No, it's not too bad. These Osprey bags are really good at distributing the weight. Right, well, Kev's just done the same. He's just filled up with water. And next, we're going to plod on up there behind me. So the next time that I'll probably speak to you is when we get to our campsite at the Woolpacks. See you then. The dinosaur's foot. That's what we call this rock.
Oh, I used to convince Nat that it was a dinosaur's foot.
Let's have a look at it from the other side.
And when she was little.
Right, not far to Woolpacks. We'll plod on. In all this clag, we've managed to come across one of my old camping spots, Mr. Stay Puft. And the ground's pretty firm around the bottom of it. Anyway, this is not where we're camping. We're nearly there. I'll bring you back in a minute.
Yeah. Or what?
All the speaking while I'm filming. Well, it's not too long since I last spoke to you when I was back at Mr. Stay Puft, that rock that I've camped at before. We've literally just walked a few minutes. In fact, you might be able to see back of Mr. Stay Puft on the horizon there in the clag. We're in the Woolpacks and the moat stone is just there. So we're not a million miles away from that. And yeah, it gets dark early now. Clocks have gone back. So we've got about an hour till sunset. And then after that, it really gets dark fast. So I'm not going to hang around. I'm going to get my tent up. Got a nice little spot just behind where my trekking poles are. And I think Kev's going to get his up there. Right, I'll get on with that. I'm finally all sorted in my tent. Well, pretty much so. I've got my Easy Sleeper closed cell foam mat. Over here, I've got my OEX Luft 7.2 R-value 7.2 mattress. Very comfortable. Got my -3 down bag, down trousers, synthetic puffer jacket, my pillows inflated. What else can I show you? On the right hand side, I've got my water that I collected from Crowden Brook. Got some coffees and a Horlicks in a bag there. Pots, pans, cups, everything's in there. That's my kitchen. And as we move to this side, here's my food intake for the evening. I've got 4 pasties ranging from butter chicken to chicken tikka, 4 tins of McEwen's, and some Rice Crispy chocolate squares for afters. I shouldn't have said Rice Crispy chocolate squares loud. Kev just clocked me. So I'm going to have to share them or else I'll never live it down. Yeah, as you can probably guess, because it's just an overnighter, I've decided that I'm not going to do any cooking tonight. Past few camps when I've been on an overnighter, I've brought food and just couldn't be bothered cooking it, so I've had to carry it all the way home. So, yeah, I know it's cold, but it'll do me. Right, well, I'm going to get a few things sorted in my tent, and then I'll think about taking my boots off and possibly having a beer. I'll see you then. Well, I'm all sorted in my tent now. I've got my synthetic puffer jacket on, got my down over trousers over top of my walking trousers. Not put the down boots on yet, or down booties. But, yeah, I've got a few little minor things to sort out, but trivial things. I've reached that point in the camp now where everything's just as I like it, and my thoughts are turning to, you've guessed it, a tin of McEwen's Champion 7.3. First of the day. I'll just crack it open. Oh, that's a welcoming smell.
Hey, by gum, that's good beer.
I've not said it yet, I've not had a drink. Well, everybody, good health and cheers all. Hey, by gum, that's good beer.
I want to get some t-shirts for that one.
Yeah, get some merch. Well, I'm going to unwind and relax, enjoy this first tin of beer, and I might even have a pasty. Not hungry though yet, so this will probably improve my hunger. Right, well, I'll get back to this. I'll speak to you later. Well, I just thought I'd let you know what's going on. If anything, the visibility has got even worse. It's closing in. Yeah, there was a bit of moisture about 15 minutes ago, like the fog was turning to mist, but it's fine now. Still got my tent door open, it's not wet, and it's quite warm. Well, I've just opened my second tin of McEwen's. Good health all and cheers. Oh, just pop it back in my boot. And I'm thinking about having something to eat. I'm going to start off with a butter chicken bake. Mild, it says. Right, let's get it open. They're all a bit squashed, which is what you would expect. Oh, and it's falling apart slightly. Well, that's really tasty. I've had butter chicken curries in the past, but never had one in a pasty. Oh, that's really nice, that. Well, I'm going to get stuck into this, finish this off, slurp my beer, and I'll speak to you in a bit. Well, it's around 9:30. Might be after 9:30. I've drank all my beer, I've eaten all my pasties, and I've had a chocolate square. But I'm in the mood now for having a Horlicks. I've got some instant Horlicks with me, and I've doubled the dose, enough for a pint of Horlicks. Yeah, I'm going to get my stove out and get that on the go.
I need a week. Hey, that's not the TV.
Well, that's my Horlicks made. Let's see how it tastes. Oh. Oh, that's so good. What a good way to round the night off. A few beers, quite a few pasties, and now a Horlicks before I turn in for the night. Well, I'm going to get back to this Horlicks, and I'll speak to you later. Well, folks, it's about 10:30 last time I looked, or it's approaching 10:30, I can't really remember. It's 11:20 apparently, I've just been told. Well, that Horlicks that I had earlier, that's wiped me out. And as you can see, I'm in my sleeping bag and I'm ready to get my head down. So on that note, I'm going to say good night all, and I'll see you in the morning. Well, good morning all. It's nearly 8 o'clock. Lazy morning. Everything's damp and wet. I'm going to get a brew on.
Our French purple haired friend. I never thought. Ah. Everything's done. This is the first for that.
Well, that's my brew made. I'll just grab it. Oh. Oh, that hit the spot. Just what I needed. Right, well, I'm going to spend the next few minutes drinking my brew, slowly waking up, listening to radio. Then when I've drunk that, I'll turn my thoughts to packing up. Right, I'll see you in a bit. Well, that's my bag on. Everything packed up, ready to go. Kev's there behind me. He's all ready to go as well. Where my trekking poles are, this is where I was camped, just along here. I'm doing my usual, where I've a last look around for any tent pegs, but I've had them out of the bag and I counted them all to make sure they're all there. And more importantly, I'm looking for any little bits of rubbish that I may have left behind, or if I see any bits of rubbish that anyone else has left behind, I'll pick those up. Like we all do, we'll leave no trace so others can enjoy it. Well, there's going to be no views to show you. If anything, it's a bit worse than it was yesterday. Yeah, it's definitely wetter. This fog has like changed to a mist now and it's slightly damp, hence why I've got my waterproof jacket on. Right, well, we're going to plod along Southern Edge. Which way are we going, left or right? Back where we came, so probably down Nab. So if there are any views, which I doubt, I'll show them to you, but I will speak to you later. This said, come to the Peak District for amazing views. Well, this is the first view that we've seen today. We're coming down the path that takes you up to Grindslow Knoll. And I did say I'd show you some views if there were any. Well, that's it. Right, we'll plod on back into Edel and I'll speak to you when we get there. I'm back at Edel car park and here's my car. We didn't bother going for a pint. Both of us have to get back home. So yeah, that'll have to wait till another day. Oh, what a cracking camp that's been. Just like when I was up here a few days ago. Noisy train. What was I saying? Oh yeah, when I was up here a few days ago, the fog was just as bad. And in fact, I'd say it was slightly worse on this trip, but still great to get out. And you know, you don't get a view when it's like this, but it is still good because it's a bit spooky, you know, with all the swirling mists and things. It's a bit Heathcliff and Cathy. Right, well, I'm about to get all this kit off, chucking it back at car and start the drive home. But before I do that, I just want to say thanks a lot for watching. I really appreciate it. And as I always say at the end of my videos, I'll look forward to your comments because I do enjoy reading those and replying to them. Well, on that note, there's not really further to say, apart from thanks once again for watching. And until next time, when I'll see you again for another Hengist Wild Camps, it's cheerio from me. Bye all.